Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be speaking to you today on the topic of how the first social media channels. As we all know, social media has become an integral part of our lives, connecting people from all over the world and changing the way we communicate. But where did it all start? Is Facebook the first social media? The answer is not as simple as one may think. While Facebook is often considered the first social media platform, it's not accurate to say that it's the first of its kind. There have been other forms of social media that have existed long before Facebook. For example, online forums, chat rooms, and bulletin boards allowed people to connect and share information in the early days of the internet. No, in 1994 there were chat rooms. The most famous was the Palace. In 1994, chat rooms were the primary way for people to connect and communicate online. One of the most popular chat rooms at the time was the Palace. It was a virtual community where people could create avatars, chat with others, and participate in virtual rooms and events. The Palace was revolutionary for its time, as it offered a new way for people to connect and communicate, even if they were geographically distant. While the Palace and other chat rooms were basic by today's standards, they laid the foundation for the social media platforms that we know and use today. They showed us that there was a demand for online communication and paved the way for the development of more advanced platforms. It's important to remember the history of social media and the pioneers who paved the way for the platforms that we use today. The chat rooms of the 1990s may seem primitive now, but they were the seeds that grew into the massive social media empires of today. When was the first true social media platform born? What was its name? 6degrees was one of the first social networking websites, born in New York City in 1997. It was a pioneer in the world of online communication and paved the way for the social media platforms that we use today. 6degrees was unique in that it used an invitation-only system, meaning that users had to be invited by existing members to join. This gave the platform an exclusive and prestigious feel, and helped it to build a strong community of users. Despite this, 6degrees managed to grow quickly, attracting over 1 million users in just a few years. The platform was ahead of its time in many ways, allowing users to create a profile, connect with friends, and share updates, photos, and other content. It was also one of the first platforms to allow users to see their network of friends and connections, hence the name 6degrees. This idea of connecting people through their friends and connections would later become the foundation of platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn. Unfortunately, 6degrees was not able to maintain its momentum, and eventually closed in 2001, after being acquired for $125 million. Despite its short lifespan, 6degrees played an important role in the history of social media, and demonstrated the potential of online communication. Friendster was founded in 2002, and quickly became one of the most popular social media platforms of its time. Friendster was different from other social media platforms of the time, as it was not just a place to connect with friends and share updates, but also a platform for meeting new people and finding potential romantic partners. It was one of the first platforms to use the idea of a network of friends, allowing users to see the connections between themselves and their friends. Despite its early success, Friendster struggled to maintain its momentum and eventually lost ground to newer and more innovative social media platforms like MySpace and Facebook. Despite this, Friendster played an important role in the history of social media, and helped to popularize the idea of online social networking. In many ways, Friendster was ahead of its time, offering features and concepts that would later become standard on other social media platforms. It was one of the first platforms to allow users to share photos, update their status, and connect with others through a network of friends. These features would later become cornerstones of social media, and are still used by platforms like Facebook and Twitter today. One of the most influential and successful professional networking platforms of our time. LinkedIn was founded in 2002 by Reid Hoffman and a group of his colleagues, with the goal of creating a platform for professional networking. At the time, the idea of a social network specifically for professionals was novel, and many people were skeptical that it would take off. However, over the next few years, LinkedIn proved them all wrong. It quickly grew into the leading platform for professional networking, connecting people from all over the world and providing a valuable resource for job seekers and employers alike. In 2016, LinkedIn was acquired by Microsoft, which only further solidified its position as the leader in professional networking. Over the years, LinkedIn has continued to evolve and grow, adding new features and tools that make it easier for users to connect and communicate with one another. Today, it has over 700 million registered users and is considered the go-to platform for professional networking. It has changed the way people approach their careers, helping to connect job seekers with potential employers and providing valuable resources for professional development. In conclusion, the history of LinkedIn is a testament to the power of innovation and the importance of connecting with others in our professional lives. It has transformed the way we think about networking and has become an indispensable tool for anyone looking to advance their career. MySpace, a social media platform that once dominated the online world and left a lasting impact on the way we use social media today. MySpace was launched in 2003 and quickly grew in popularity, becoming the most popular social network from 2005 to 2009. In 2005, it was acquired by Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation for a staggering $580 million, solidifying its position as a leader in the social media world. MySpace was known for its customizability and its role in helping to launch the careers of many musical artists, including Mika, Lily Allen, and the Arctic Monkeys. It allowed users to create their own unique profile pages, filled with photos, videos, and music, and connect with friends and other users through messaging and friend requests. Despite its early success, MySpace faced increasing competition from other social media platforms, including Facebook, and eventually lost its position as the leading social network. Today, MySpace is still functional, but it has largely fallen into disuse, as most people have moved on to other social media platforms. MySpace lost its importance for several reasons. Firstly, the rise of other social media platforms, such as Facebook, provided users with a more attractive alternative. Facebook offered a more user-friendly interface, better privacy controls, and a more robust network of friends and connections. As a result, users began to flock to Facebook and away from MySpace. Another reason for MySpace's decline was a lack of innovation. The platform failed to keep up with changing user behavior and emerging trends in social media, and as a result, it began to look dated and less relevant. In contrast, Facebook continued to evolve and add new features, making it a more attractive platform for users. Additionally, MySpace's reputation was tarnished by the proliferation of spam, malware, and other forms of unwanted content on the platform. This made it a less trustworthy and less enjoyable experience for users, causing them to look for alternative platforms. Finally, MySpace's business model was based on selling targeted advertising, but the platform struggled to effectively monetize its large user base. This limited its ability to invest in innovation and improvement, which further contributed to its decline. Overall, a combination of factors led to MySpace's decline in importance, including increased competition, lack of innovation, reputation damage, and business challenges. However, despite its decline, MySpace remains an important part of the history of social media. It was one of the first social networks to truly capture the public's imagination, and paved the way for the many other social media platforms that have come after it. It taught us the importance of customization and self-expression, and it will always hold a special place in the annals of internet history. In conclusion, MySpace was once the king of social media, and it has left a lasting impact on the way we use social media today. Facebook was founded on February 4, 2004, by Mark Zuckerberg, Eduardo Saverin, Andrew McCollum, Dustin Moskovitz, and Chris Hughes, while they were students at Harvard University. Initially called TheFacebook.com, the platform was created as a social network for Harvard students, but it soon expanded to other colleges and universities. In 2005, Facebook received its first venture capital investment, which allowed the company to grow and expand its reach. The following year, Facebook launched its newsfeed feature, which displayed a real-time stream of updates and activity from friends and pages users followed. This was a key moment in Facebook's history, as it transformed the platform from a simple directory of profiles into a dynamic and engaging social network. Over the next few years, Facebook continued to grow and expand, adding new features and acquiring other companies, such as Instagram in 2012 and WhatsApp in 2014. In 2012, the company went public, and its initial public offering was one of the largest in tech history. In the years since its launch, Facebook has become one of the largest and most influential tech companies in the world, with over 2.7 billion monthly active users. The platform has faced numerous controversies, including privacy concerns and the spread of misinformation, but it has continued to evolve and adapt to changing user needs and the broader tech landscape. Today, Facebook is a key player in the tech industry, and its impact on the world of social media and online communication is undeniable. From its humble beginnings as a social network for college students, Facebook has grown into a global phenomenon that has changed the way we interact, share information, and connect with one another. And this is only the beginning of the story. Stay tuned, as in the next episodes, we will talk about the years that followed, marked by the success of YouTube and Instagram, but also the bubbles of Foursquare and Google+, now one of Google's biggest failures, up to the present day, with the explosion of TikTok and its impact on the consumption habits of other social platforms. Finally, we will give a glimpse into the future trends and what will be the role of both mainstream and niche vertical platforms. In short, stay connected with us, and if you liked the video, give it a like and follow the channel.